But it has a niche following. Not everyone.
But it is. My point is that your answer was that it wasn't originally well received. Pulp
Yeah.
Fiction was originally well received, but I would definitely consider it a cult classic.
I mean, as well,
Is
there's the
Pulp Fiction-
oxymoron of the word cult classic. Like, it can't be a classic if it wasn't at some point well received, I think. Like, you wouldn't say something that's old is always a classic,
a cult
you know?
classic is something such as a film or a book that is considered to be one of the best of its kind by a very small niche group. So
Yeah,
the
but-
majority is, but so like some movies that might not, that a lot of people are against. But if there's a small group that thinks it's best of its kind, it will be the cult classic. Doesn't matter the popularity. So
I think-
the popularity and how many people does not.
I think you
Define it.
can't define it that narrowly.
Yeah, because I think
Because
as
cult
well...
classic is a
Thi-
word that's thrown around, and a lot of movies are described as cult classics. Usually,
Yeah.
these are the type of movies that they don't like. They're timeless, right? It's a good film regardless of when it was made.
Think of even like Scarface, for example. Scarface, when it came out, it was super well received. People enjoyed it. But also, incidentally, crime kind of went up because everyone wanted to be like Scarface, basically.
Nice.
So technically, it was well received, but it still counts as a cult classic because it has like a fucking criminal following at the time and maybe even now.
So if
Is
we're
it
looking
criminal
at the
following,
general
I
terms,
had no idea that this had an actual impact on crime.
Yeah, I think in some states in the United States
Yeah.
it actually did a little bit.
So a cult film
that
or a
means
cult
people
movie.
just did not fucking get the point of that film, though. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you feel cool, you know what I mean? Like sometimes they're like you look at the movie, but also there's sometimes there are people like you didn't understand the point of the movie. Aka people that watch Fight Club or Taxi Driver, like okay, I understand. Like wow, you know, some people like they worship exactly like cult-
There's a lot of people that worship Patrick Bateman from
Exactly.
America.
yeah, man.
Cult
Which is
classic.
like they want to be like. I would consider that film as definitely a cult classic.
Definitely.
But the thing is that there's a lot of people that worship Patrick Bateman and want to be like Patrick Bateman.
Yeah.
But those are generally the people that have not understood the fucking film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Because
Yeah,
the whole
exactly.
point of the fucking film is
to
to
not,
not
be that.
be fucking Patrick Bateman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, a cult film or a cult movie is commonly referred to a cult classic is a film that acquired a cult following. Cult films are known for their dedicated, passionate fan base, which forms an elaborate subculture, members of which engage in repeated viewings, dialogue quoting,
Tarantino.
not the American Psycho. It's like, ooh. Just that quote.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wait, if you take this into consideration, right? Would Spider-Man would be a cult classic? I'm somewhat a scientist myself.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure that the early Spider-Man films they can be considered cult classic.
Yeah, and audience participation. So basically, it's where they were box office bombs. That's what it says. So it wasn't the best, but over time it gained kind of like
I
a
think-
dedicated viewership, and they repeated
All of this, what you're referencing there, makes me think of one specific movie where all of these things apply, which is The Room. Like
Yeah,
that.
I
That
would
is.
consider-
It seems
Oh,
like
hi,
all
Mark.
of the things that you've just said, like that.
Okay.
It applies to The Room.
Have you
But
ever finished The Room? I haven't. I just know the scene.
No,
I
I
have.
You have?
I've seen it.
I
yes, I've
think-
seen
I
it.
think I've seen
I
it
paused it in the
once.
middle because it was just too fucking boring, and then I got back to it
Here's
later.
the thing
but-
as well. For example, like The Joker that came out in 2019, the movie.
Yeah.
That was very well received, but it did kind of form a bit of a cult like movement of people of the way they
Following?
started viewing. Yeah, following.
Yeah.
Of the way they started
absolutely.
viewing things as well in the world. Wouldn't that count as a cult classic, basically? Or
Yeah, I think so. That's why I think it's not easy to have such a narrow definition of a cult classic.
Yeah.
Like a lot of different films for different reasons would fall under that general category.
when you think about it, this podcast is probably at first going to be just in a niche area of people that are going to be
Oh yeah, no one's
seeing
gonna
it.
fucking listen to
And
this.
then no, but
and
but then
after
like,
a while, once we generate a bunch
yeah,
of content,
yeah,
then
yeah, and then
there
once
might be a
maybe
following.
it goes somewhere, then will it become a cult classic?
That remains
You're
to be
the cult
fucking
classic.
seen,
You're
man.
the
That remains
cult.
to be fucking
You're
seen.
the classic, I'm the cold, bitch. So this dedicated audience is often passionate, discussing the works in depth, creating fan theories, and sometimes forming communities and their shared interests. The term cult in cult classic refers to the intense level of dedication in a smaller, more specialized group of fans. So yeah, probably like American Psycho, man.
Yeah.
But it became quite a mainstream after a lot of memes. So I would say people that take it unironically, I guess. It's like, some people, like, you look at Patrick Bateman memes and like, oh, haha, it's a bit funny, like you look at the meme. But some people, like, literally, like, unironically,
but
I'm
these people
literally...
haven't understood the film.
Yes.
I think the people who like the film as a film, and the people who have that like following for the film itself as like a piece of cinema, they've understood the film, right? But which is different from the ones that did not understand the film, that just want to be like Patrick Bateman.
Yeah.
Bro, if you liked American Psycho, you really didn't understand the message behind the movie. It's an okay movie. It's really good cinema, but you have not understand the deeper meaning in the message being sent. If you look at the capitalist dystopia that this film is, and how one's money might not give you satisfaction.
Oh my
if you
God.
look at the credit, if you look at the card scene, as for us normal human beings, it might not make a difference. You can see the deeper message behind that scene.
Shut the fuck up.
This is the longest.
Shut the fuck
This is the
up.
longest rant. I don't know if you can call it a rant. I've ever heard of the movie and its audience.
If you look at the start, he clearly is put in this type of mask instead of the other, which symbolizes his internal struggle.
Starting to sound like a fucking art student.
Oh no! Go back to MCAST.
Oh no, literature. It was raining because the author was sad.
Curtains are blue because the author felt this.
Yeah. A fun part is like in Russian, you say blue, you say голубой, but you call someone gay, you call them blue.
Why?
I don't know. It's just language.
What? The word gay
The
in
word-
Russian is blue?
The word gay and the word and the word blue is the same.
Oh,
What are you, fucking blue?
What are you, gullah boy?
What голубой? Funnily enough, pidgin you say голубь. Galup? I forgot.
I imagine you want a pigeon soup and just say, I want a gullah boy soup. It's like I'm sorry, gulub.
it's like you go to a restaurant, like, I would like a pigeon soup, and the guy, hi honey, you ask for me. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button below, subscribe and hit that notification bell in order to follow more of our content whenever we post. For any of our special content, anything uncensored or more of a hot takes, make sure to follow us on Patreon below, where you pay us money and we give you more content. Also have Patreon. It's basically you put money in it and you see more stuff. I need to buy my wife's boyfriend a new car.